Hello there. In this short video, I want to show a method to quickly start cleaning up your motion capture animation file inside of akeytsu. So how do we proceed? So you've got a lot of keyframes here, okay, and you want to reduce it to start having a cleaner file to reduce the noise, etc. Maybe rework some posings, etc. It's just a nightmare to like deal with all those keyframes if you have like this simple animations, which lasts really a few seconds. So here I will go inside of the preferences, okay, and I can see that the scene frame rate is to this huge number, so 144. So what I will do is simply reduce it to the desired, let's say, a number of total keyframes. So imagine you want to sum up your animation here to, let's say, 24 FPS. You do this, then you hit OK. So you wait. Okay, right. So what akeytsu does here is just getting all of the keyframes on the actual frames of the animation. So it retains the rhythm of the animation, so it's exactly the same, but instead of having 100 frames per second, we have like 20 frames. It's like really catchier, but yeah, we have the core animations. So now what we want to do is actually select everything here. Okay, so every controller you have, you select them. Then you hit the copy values here. So you will actually copy your key. And you don't want to copy just this one. You want to copy all of the keyframes. So to select all of the keyframes, you click on this little button here in the stacker. So you have like 3 shapes here, just under the ghost, and the bold one is for selecting all the keys. So once you have selected all your controls, so your joints plus your eye keys, etc., plus all of the keyframes, you can hit the copy values, okay? Then you will go back to the desired frame rate. So imagine you are working at this frame rate, okay? So it can be 60 FPS, etc. Then akeytsu will add new keyframes in between those you had previously. It does not respawn all keys, it just interpolates. So if you do this too many times, you can really smooth and erase some of the data of your animation. So be careful with this. Don't get too low with the scene frame rate. But anyway, here what we want to do now is just removing every keyframes because we no longer need them, and hit the pass after selected key. Okay, what this will do is actually copy the few frames we had before at 24 FPS. So this is wonderful. This is exactly what we want. Just the first keyframe here, we don't need it. Okay. So just for a little technical detail, if you try removing all of the keyframes of an animation like this, akeytsu will recreate one, just because an animation object here can't exist if it doesn't have at least one keyframe. So this comes with this object. So with these keyframes copied, okay, I just select them, but instead of leaving them just here, you see that this plays at a pretty fast rate, and it's just because when you copy keyframes, you also copy the timing of the keyframes, and since we were at 1 key per frame, each key lasts 1 frame, but it's different when you have 144 frames per second versus 2 and 24, sorry. So what you just want to do here is either you can like go here and type the total amount of time you had before. So if I'm correct, it was, yeah, this. Okay, so this will increase the duration of each keyframes, but you can also do this by just clicking on one keyframe, change the timing, and see if it works. Here it's too fast, maybe 5. Okay, so you can change this while it's playing. It's one of the beautiful things with akeytsu. So you can actually see if the anime looks correct, looks well paced or not. Okay. And now when you have just this amount of keyframes, it's easier to like, if I want to clean up a few keyframes, it's easier to just select them. Oops. Up. And just clean your animation. So let's just say I want this. Okay, I try to keep the keyframes with this little icon, because it indicates me that I have a space switch. Okay. And as a rule of thumb, when I clean up an animation, it's not necessarily for motion capture data. It can be also just to optimize your file, because the weight of the akeytsu file and the time it will take to just save out is a bit due to the amount of keyframes you have inside of your file, all animations included. So yeah, in some case you can have animators that brings a lot of keyframes where it's not necessarily needed. So you can sum up an animation to a few keyframes, and yeah. The goal when you do this is to just identify the extremes posings. So for instance here, this one is important because I have a contact, so I need this, but this one, it's an in-between. I can remove this quite safely and the anime should look the same. Okay, and I have a little bouncing effect here, so I want to keep this. So okay, maybe this one, so I can safely remove those. Okay, same here and there. I guess this should be good. Okay, then of course I might need to actually plant my foot. Okay, so almost everywhere, just not here. I mean, for this one. Okay. And there we are. So it's basically the same animation, but you have now like 11 keys. It's pretty good. What I have, if I remove this, it's still good. So yeah, and with this, what is very cool is that you can adjust your timings just to see if maybe, I don't know, maybe having a longer pause at the end, maybe changing this or this, or maybe you want to have more space here. Like it really depends on how you want to rhythm your animation, to bring rhythm inside of your animations. And yeah, it's really important to have like first good posings, then good timings, and then only then good in-betweens. If you don't have that, your animation might not click pretty well. So anyway, this is for cleaning mocap data inside of akeytsu. I hope this helped you. Don't hesitate to tell me in the comments if you have further questions about this wonderful software. And yeah, I wish you a wonderful time in akeytsu. See you. Bye bye. And may the force be with you.